Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Solid Atreus, who wanted the DJ SER in space in the colors of Tekkaman Blade. And here we are. SER is not bad. It does not have dodge roll, of course, but it has high-level maneuver armor, force injectors, and overboost, so and it's fairly fast boosting as well, so if you're good with maneuver armor play, you can get a lot out of it. I just walked face first into a Gaz-R, on the other hand, which is not, I'm gonna say, the optimal usage of the SER. But it can have the clay bazooka or the shrapnel version thereof. It also has a beam rifle as a sub-weapon, and really, really good Vulcans. So I think I forget that for most of the match, but then towards the end I go, oh yeah, the Vulcans, and you'll kind of see me leaning on them a lot more than I was early in. But yeah, it's good. It's good, and I like using it, and I just tagged that to I think that's a Gaz-L Growl? Not sure. It's got a lance, whatever it is, so yeah, that's the Growl. And it caught me. Luckily, I'm a general. It's a raid. I have pretty good melee defense on this. I seem to recall I have good defense built up on this all around. But right now, just kind of trying to find a good angle, but I am surrounded, and most of my team is dead or elsewhere, so yeah. Rough start to the round. They happen. Just half this game anymore is just keeping your cool after the rough start to the round and figuring out where to go from there. At least that's how it feels like to me anymore. But we did not manage to get point D, which is disappointing, but again, all this can be recovered from, especially since my team just snagged at least one more kill. So we're only 1,800 points down. We're only outscored 2-1 with low scores, so there's plenty of time to make that up. So yeah, somebody said stay close. It is good advice. I am gonna try and pick a good target and kill it. That was not it. Well, actually, yeah, it was. And that's where I remembered the Vulcans being great. Yeah, because the Vulcans are great. And tagged that. Beamed that. Yeah, so that's a couple of kills. I'm going to try and get some more done with the Beam Naginata soon, because I believe that's the weapon it has that is most similar to Tekkaman Blades. They ran that here in the US as Technoman back in the 90s, and I never watched very much of it. I think it was on directly before something I wanted to watch, quite possibly Dragon Ball Z. So, and I was not really back into mecha stuff the way I had been when I was younger quite yet. So, basically, it was after I was into Dragon Ball and when I found a Hobby Japan with the Master Grade Gelgoog in the hobby shop where I was buying my DBZ stuff that that all kind of came back about. Apologized for hitting that one person, and got a decent angle, I believe, on, I think, is that the Growl or is that something else? That's a Gabflea, I think. Yeah, hard to tell in the dark. And there's the Gaz-R, which managed to knock me over, and it's going to be able... No, it didn't quite have time to capitalize and kill me. So it may not have had its shoulder cannons available, because those are pretty much one of the strongest things on it, in my opinion. Yeah, so there's some Naginata work. Gaz-R got out of my way, and yeah, I'm sending Bunch up too, because there's like 4 or 5 enemies around me, and I'm not sure where my team is. There's 2 of them here, there's 3 enemies here, which means somewhere there's 3 enemies and 2 teammates, which, yeah, just are... Or 3 teammates and 2 enemies. Just it's the kind of thing that gets very, very frustrating when, all the enemies seem to be hanging out like directly on top of you and your team is elsewhere. And right now the team's kind of very elsewhere. 3, 4, and 5 are starting to get grouped up, but number 2 has gotten themselves isolated. I remember thinking about spawning in at B to go back them up. You might, in fact, since there's nothing here at the moment, you might see me make a beeline for that tunnel. But, yeah, just, okay, we're starting to get stuff right now, and since I said bunch up, I need to do it. So, yep, gonna stick around and try and get this Growl. Somebody's coming with me, so... And there's the person that was fighting the Super Gundam. It was, in fact, another Super Gundam. And it is gone spinning because I hit it with my Naginata. I also hit an ally, and I should have said sorry, but did not think to do it, or was still being grumpy about the bunch up thing previously, and just not. Just like everybody else, when I'm having a bad day, I get less courteous sometimes, and sometimes I'm a jerk. And if you played with me in a round where I was a jerk, I apologize. I do think that happens less often anymore, though, just because antidepressants are a wonderful thing for me. So they really have helped me in a lot of ways. So yep, just doing my best not to be a bother to the people I'm playing with, and trying to do a decent job of things. I am 100% sure that the pilot got away and is around here somewhere, but I don't know where. And I really need to get back in the fight and help everybody else, so I can't really stick around and wait. One of the advantages of space and defending against bombs is how wide open it is. Those Columbus class ships, they have, there's nothing blocking off the bomb terminal, so you have a decent chance at catching the pilot. There's still places to hide, just not as many. And let's see, I think I got stunned by one of my allies by accident, but and 1,500 damage. I'm about to die, but okay, between us we got it. That's all that matters. There is somebody that is, I believe, the Grau again, which, if it catches me, and it probably has the upswing to do it from where it was, I am dead. But or the person behind me can shoot me, which was relatively easy to do because I was not paying any attention to them at all. But right now, we have a 3,000 point lead, and that's not bad. And yeah, we're kind of pushed back to our base, but that's not a huge thing. Let's see. But yeah, another thing I found out is that recently is that the Columbus class was actually another ship designed by Tomino. Almost everything in the second half of the series was at least sketched by Tomino, because that's about the time Yasuhiko was in the hospital. So yeah, he did sketches for everything. Mark Simmons has put up a really neat thing on his Ultimate Mark website, just detailing as much information as he currently has about the production history of Gundam, all the way back to when it was a tentative anime called Freedom Fighter that Sunrise was putting together before Tomino was even called in. So really interesting timeline, really fascinating stuff, and I recommend it if you haven't read it yet. And yeah, we managed to pull ahead. The bomb never materialized, so maybe somebody else did get that pilot and I just didn't notice. And I have snuck up on the Gaz El Grau and am trying to follow it around, but I don't think either of us is quite going to have time to kill the other with as little time left on the clock as there is. That being none. So yeah, so not bad. And yeah, the SER is it's still pretty good. I enjoy it, and I think the colors came out fairly well, so hope you like it, Atreus. Yeah, 4990 points, 99,000 damage. Decent. 7 kills, 3 deaths. Yeah, I'll take it. That's going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! The interesting thing about a lot of those Tomino sketches is, yeah, some of them did get cleaned up considerably by Kunio Okawara, but some of them just kind of straight up made it into the show. The Gelgug is pretty close. The Elmeth is just about 1-to-1, as I recall. And yeah, just always kind of fun to see pre-production stuff like that. I've always enjoyed it.